Okay guys, so today I just want to give you a video where we can do some test hands with my build that I did play at the States Championship in Cape Town. This is the same build, 54 cards in the main deck, and I'll just quickly give you the deck profile. If you guys haven't seen my deck profile videos, I'll put it at the top right hand corner, but otherwise let's quickly go into the main deck and I'll show you the deck list. So starting with the Cyber Dragons, we are playing 3 Cyber Dragon Core, we're playing 2 Hertz, 1 Cyber Dragon, 1 Cyber Dragon Ashter, 1 Cyber Yomungarda. Then onto the Cyber Darks, we play 3 Claws, 1 Cyber Dark Worm, 1 Cyber Dark Chimera. Then we play our 1 Therion King Regulus. Onto the Spells and Traps, we play 3 Cyber Emergency, 3 Cyber Dark Realm, 2 Clockwork Knight. Then we play 2 Power Bonds, 1 Cyberload Fusion, and 1 Polymerization. Then onto our kashtira engine, we play 3 Unicorn, 1 Fenrir, 1 Birth, 1 Pressured Planet Raidsoth. Onto our fiendsmith engine, we play 3 Engravers, 1 Lacuma, 1 Lurie, 1 fiendsmith in Paradise, 2 fiendsmith Tract. Onto our hand traps, we play 3 Fuwalos, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Draw, 3 Imperm, the 1 Cross Out, and the 1 Call By. This is 54 cards in the main deck. Next, we will just quickly go over the extra deck. We obviously playing 1 Moon of the Closed Heaven, 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Desiree, 1 Necroquip Princess, and 1 DDD Wave Hiking Caesar. Then we play 1 Clockwork Knight, 1 SP. We play 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity, 1 Cyber Dragon Nova, 1 Heroes of Varag, the Mechanical Dawn, 1 Chimeratech Fortress Dragon, Chimeratech Mega Fleet, and 2 Chimeratech Rampage Dragons. That is the extra deck. On to our side deck. So we are playing 3 Chaos Hunters, 3 Artifact Lancia, 3 Dimensional Barrier, 2 Lightning Storm with the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, and lastly we are playing the 3 Forbidden Droplet. Okay, let's do our test hand number 1. Okay guys, now let's do our first test hand number 1. Let's give our deck a good shuffle. I always power shuffle it before every game. So guys, during this video I'll show you my test hands. I'll discuss how I would like to play with the particular hands that we draw into, and also I'll also discuss our siding patterns, what I take in, what I take out. And I can confidently say that I'm pretty happy with this deck list because it's pretty easy for me to side in against our matchups. For example, against Ryziel, against Ryziel Mitsurugi, Malice, etc, etc. So I'll show that later on in the video, but let's do our first test hand, shuffle our deck, and obviously you'll give your deck to your opponent to cut. They'll cut it for you, and then let's see our first opening hand. Cyber Realm, Cyber Dragon Core, Power Bond, and Fuwalos. Wow, this is a pretty good hand. It's a pretty good hand. Unfortunately, we did draw into Power Bond, so if you were playing 1 copy, this is unfortunate. This is the reason why I play 2 copies. And we have 2 hand traps, Fuwalos and Imperm, which is pretty good, especially if you're going second, since you have Fuwalos in your hand. But let's see what we will do with this hand. So we have Cyber Dragon Core, and if Cyber Dragon Core gets negated, we have Cyber Dark Chimera. Fantastic. So obviously, we have no other fiendsmith or kashtira cards in our hand, so we're going to normal summon Core effect. If Core gets negated, for example Ash, Imperm, Effect Violet, you have Cyber Dragon Core to carry on playing, which is really good. But in this particular hand, since we have Cyber Dark Realm in our hand already, I personally would like to search for Cyberload Fusion. You can search for Cyber Emergency, but I like to search for Cyberload Fusion because I can set it face down in my turn. During my opponent's turn, if my opponent has any spells or traps I like to get rid of, I'll fusion summon into Chimeratech Rampage Dragon, shuffling back the materials from face-up field or banished. Cool, so you add Cyberload Fusion. If you don't get draw, fantastic. Your turn doesn't end here. Next, activate Cyber Dark Realm. Cyber Dark Realm is going to search for our boy Cyber Dark Chimera. You'll use the effect of Realm to normal summon Chimera. And now there's 2 ways you can go about this. Number 1, you can use Cyber Dragon Core for the link 1 or Cyber Dark Chimera for the link 1. Cyber Dark Chimera allows you to search for Therion King Regulus and establish it earlier. it won't be on turn 5, I believe, if I think about it. It'll be more like on turn 6. However, you'll have your Regulus negate before you bring out Cyberdark Worm, Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, where it is very vulnerable for you to get Nibiru'd. But let me do that play for you. I'll show you. So we use the Chimera. We will link summon into our link 1 Clockwork Knight, and then it'll be chainlink 2 Cyberdark Chimera, chainlink 1 Cyberdark Chimera, chainlink 2 Clockwork Knight, sending Cyberdark Realm as cost. So we're gonna resolve this chain, and we're gonna add Clockwork Knight to our hand, and we're gonna send Cyberdark Worm to grave right there. Next, you're gonna activate the other effect of Clockwork Knight. You're gonna target your Chimera. You're going to special summon, and you're going to tribute Cyber Dragon Core. So this is 4 summons right here, guys. Next, you'll use Cyberdark Chimera's effect, discarding your Clockwork Knight. And this will search you Power Bond. And remember, guys, you are now under the lock of Cyberdark Chimera. For the rest of this turn, you can only use dragons or machine cyber monsters for a fusion summon. So here, this is 4 summons. You can use these 2. And then you can link summon. People will go into either SP Little Knight, but since we're playing the fiendsmith cards, I'll go into Moon first. Cool. If your opponent wants to nib you here, cool. It's fine. No problem. But otherwise, before that, I'll activate Clockwork Knight's graveyard effect, banishing itself and discarding 1 card. Discard your Fuwala, so you don't need it anymore. It's a dead card in your hand. And you are going to search for your boy, Therion King Regulus, and add it to your hand. There you go. And now here, I would like to activate Therion King Regulus. I'm going to target my Clockwork Knight. You can target Cyberdark Chimera or Clockwork Knight. Don't target Core or Cyberdark Worm. You still need them for combo. So I'm just going to choose my Clockwork Knight, and we're going to establish Therion King Regulus right there. Cool. Now you have your negate. This is mainly for Nibiru, because we're now on like special summon number 5, I believe. I mean 7, I believe. From here, I'm going to use the Moon, and let's start with our fiendsmith plays. Remember, you're under the lock, so this is just to set up SP Little Knight and put your cards in rotation. So link into Requiem effect. Requiem will summon our Lacrima effect, send Engraver to grave. Then we are going to activate Engraver, shuffling back our Moon, special summon itself. And then we'll use these to go into our SP Little Knight. Perfectly fine. Now we have your fiendsmith cards in rotation. Now you will activate Cyberdark Worm's effect. As cost, we are going to send Cyber Dragon Hertz to grave. Cyberdark Worm will special summon itself, and you can recycle the Cyber Speller Trap, recycle the Cyberdark Realm. On the new chain, Hertz effect will trigger. We are going to add our OG Cyber Dragon to hand. And now here you can activate Power Bond. If the opponent is playing Impulse, Regulus is there to negate. Activate Power Bond, and we're going to banish. You can definitely banish Cyber Dragon Hertz and Cyber Dragon Core to fusion summon into Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. Don't use the on-summon effect. Instead, we'll use the other effect. We are going to send Cyber Yomengarda and Cyber Dragon Nashter to grave. Next, we will Xyz summon using Worm and Rampage Dragon into Cyber Dragon Nova. Activate Nova's effect, detaching Rampage Dragon, targeting Nashter, reborn Nashter, Nashter effect on summon, reborn your Cyber Yomengarda. Then we'll use Nova, Xyz summon into our boy Infinity. Activate Yomengarda effect, return Nashter to hand as cost, and this will allow us to search for polymerization to our hand. Activate Poly, and you're specifically going to use Cyber Dragon and Cyber Yomengarda to fusion summon into Heroes Varag, the Mechanical Dawn. On summon effect, don't forget about that, guys. And now we can set our Imperm and definitely set our Cyberlord Fusion, because we have 2 Cyber Dragon names to go into our second Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon during our opponent's turn if we want to. And we now have our Fiendsmith engine in rotation, and we played around, well, not around, we played under the lock of Cyberdark Chimera. and these cards are in your hand. Mainly Cyber Dragon Nashter is there for your next turn, and this is test hand number 1. Let's see test hand number 2. Okay guys, now let's do test hand number 2. Let us give our deck a good shuffle. Hopefully this time I'm able to draw into our other engines, the Kashtira engine and the fiendsmith engine, and you guys get to see how I like to establish my board, playing around, under, or if Cyberdark Chimera gets negated, see what we can do. Give your deck a shuffle, give it to your opponent, they'll obviously cut your deck. Now let's draw into our first 5 cards. Unicorn, Cyberdark Realm, Cyber Dragon Nashter, Fiendsmith Engraver, and Cyber Emergency. Guys, this is actually a good hand because we have every single piece of engine as I hoped for. Absolutely fantastic. Let me show you guys what we do. So first, we have Unicorn in our hand. Summon a Unicorn. Unicorn effect. Unicorn is going to search for kashtira Birth. And I just missed it. Oh, there we go. Kashtira Birth to our hand. If we get draw, guys, just to let you guys know, if we get draw, what you're going to do from here is you're going to normal summon your Nashter, and then from here you'll start your Fiendsmith engine because you'll use these to link into Moon. Cool. If you don't get drawled, cool. Next, activate your Engraver. Remember, guys, do your Kashtira engine or Fiendsmith plays first before your Cyber Dragon plays. Add Tract to your hand. Next, activate Tract effect. You're obviously going to add only 1 card in this case. You're going to add your Lowy, and Lowy is going to be the card you are also going to be discarding. So add Lowy, discard Lowy. Lowy effect, Reborn itself. Next, we'll go into Fiendsmith, Requiem. Activate Requiem's effect. If your opponent decides to ash your Requiem on a new chain, you will use Unicorn effect, banish 1 card from your opponent's extra deck. But Requiem will then bring out our Lacrima, the Crimson Tears. Lacrima effect. Since you already have Engraver in your graveyard, this time I'm just going to send my Fiendsmith Paradise trap card to the graveyard. Next, you are going to activate Engraver's effect, shuffling back your Lowy, Reborn, Engraver. Then you'll activate Requiem effect, equip to your Lacrima. You'll use these 2, and then you can contact fuse into Necrocore Princess. This is the only time your opponent gets to Nibiru you, so if they use Nib here, cool, fantastic. Just assuming that they do use Nibiru, just activate Birth, and then just Reborn your Unicorn in case they have any other monster hand trap they want to activate. But in case they don't, you'll use these 2, and then just Xyz summon into DDD Wave Hiking Caesar. Now, from here, guys, there's 2 ways. Either you use Cyber Emergency to search for core, or you just activate Cyberdark Realm. But now, please remember, when you use Cyberdark Realm, there's 1 specific combo that you need to do. What I like to do is, just for starters, to see if my opponent was holding an Ash maybe, even though they could have used Ash on the Requiem, but they decided to wait for something else. I'll activate Cyber Emergency, and then I'll just get core to my hand. There you go. And personally, I prefer doing this way, search Cyber Dragon core, instead of doing the Cyberdark Realm combo, because this is the least favorite way to, and least efficient way to go about Cyber Dragon combos. So once I had Cyber Dragon core, normal summon core effect, we already have Cyberdark Realm. So this will be the same as the similar test hand. We'll add Cyberlord Fusion to our hand. Activate Cyberdark Realm. Cyberdark Realm will get us Cyberdark Chimera. Use the effect of Realm. Normal summon our Chimera. I'll use core. Link summon into Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight effect as cost. Send Cyberdark Realm to search for Clockwork Knight. Skipping a step here. There you go. Next, you use Cyberdark Chimera's effect, discarding your Clockwork Knight. You're going to add Power Bond to your hand. And now, since you already have your fiendsmith cards in rotation, you'll just use these two. Link summon into SP Little Knight. Put it right there. On a new chain, it will be Cyberdark Chimera's effect. Because it was sent to grave, you're going to send Cyberdark Worm. There you go. And now you're going to activate Cyberdark Worm's effect. As cost, you will send Cyber Dragon Hurts. Worm will special summon itself. It will recycle Spell or Trap. In this case, I'm going to recycle the Cyber Emergency, not the Cyberdark Realm, because for the Clockwork Knight's Graveyard effect, we have Nashta to discard to put it in grave, and Cyberdark Realm already served its purpose, so Cyber Emergency is good for follow-up. On a new chain, Hertz effect will trigger. We are going to add the OG Cyber Dragon to our hand. Now, just to let you guys know, here you unfortunately cannot summon Regulus because you need these two zones in order to bring out your other monsters. So unfortunately, King Regulus will only come at the end of your combo. So from here, you're going to activate Power Bond. You're going to banish Cyber Dragon Hertz and another Cyber Dragon name so that your Cyber Emergency is live. And you're going to fusion summon into Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. Then you'll use the effect of Rampage Dragon. Send 2 light machine monsters. Just send the core and make sure you also send your Cyber Human Guardian to grave. There you go. Now here you will XC summon into Cyber Dragon Nova, but don't use its effect yet. We need Nashta to go to grave. So I will use Clockwork Knight's Graveyard effect. I'll banish it and I'll discard Nashta to grave. This will search our Therion King Regulus from the deck. Next, now I will use Nova's effect, Detach Rampage Dragon, target Nashta, reborn our Nashta, Nashta effect, reborn Cyber Human Guardian. And then I'll just XC summon, let me just make some space here, XC summon into Cyber Dragon Infinity. Then I'll use Human Guardian effect, return Nashta to hand as cost. This will search for polymerization, and we're also machine locked, but also we were machine locked by Cyber Dragon Nashta with its on summon effect. Activate poly, use Cyber Dragon and Cyber Human Guardian for the fusion summon of Heroes Varog, the Mechanical Dawn. And now here you can activate Regulus. I'll target my Clockwork Knight, special summon Regulus, equip the Clockwork Knight, sorry, not that, activate Birth, because it's a disruption while you control a kashtira unicorn or kashtira monster, and then we're going to set Cyberload Fusion because we have 2 banished materials. If we do decide that we want to go into our second copy of Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, you have follow-up, and you have, I guess, another follow-up being Cyber Dragon Nashta, and you have your Fiendsmith Paradise in the graveyard as disruption. So this is test end number 2. This is a really good board you can set up with this build. Let's go into the next test hand. Okay, test hand number 3. Let's give it a good shuffle. Give it to your opponent to cut. And then we will draw with our opening hand. Wow, this is crazy. This is actually one crazy hand. One crazy hand. Only plays we have is these two. For Walos in opening hand. Not a very good hand. You guys already know what we would do. Special summon the unicorn. Unicorn would get us Birth. Pretty much all you can do is just normal summon Lacuma and start our plays. Lacuma would send engraver, you'll link someone into Requiem effect, special summon the other engraver. That's pretty much what I would do with this hand, and then simply just pass, I guess. Unfortunately, not a good hand. I don't want to waste time with this, so let's just do another test hand. After your opponent cuts, let's draw into our opening hand. Wow, okay, cool. So, Fable Lure, Fiendsmith Paradise, unfortunately, two cards you don't want to see, but it is what it is. We have Fenrir, Cyber Dragon Hertz, and Cyber Dark Realm. So, first, special summon the Fenrir. We'll go Fenrir effect. I will obviously add kashtira Unicorn because we only play one Fenrir in this build. Cool. Next, you can either activate Cyber Dark Realm. Actually, you do, because if you do decide to normal summon the Hertz and then you use these two for a Fiendsmith combo, it might actually affect you, because remember guys, there's one particular combo with Cyber Dark Realm. It requires you to have your normal summon for either Cyber Dragon Core or Cyber Dragon Monster, so I don't think you can do Fiendsmith plays here. So unfortunately, these two cards are dead in your hand. So after this, I'll probably just go Cyber Dark Realm effect, get Chimera to our hand, and then and then activate effect of Realm, normal summon the Chimera, and actually this can just use your normal summon. I'll show you guys. You just normal summon your Hertz. This would obviously be Cyber Dragon Core searching for the Cyber Dark Realm. So from here, you'll take the Hertz, link summon into Clockwork Knight. So it will be chain link 1, because Cyber Dragon Hertz searching for Cyber Dragon is not that important. So we'll chain block, chain link 1, Clockwork Knight sending as cost, chain link 2, Hertz. So you're going to add to your hand Cyber Dragon as well as Clockwork Knight. There you go. And then from here, you'll go effect of Cyber Dark Chimera. So you could actually discard your Clockwork Knight. That's perfectly fine. We can dump Paradise off Clockwork Knight. We're going to add Power Bond to our hand. And now here, I will actually probably just go... Yeah, we can use these two. Use these two. And then we'll just do our Fiendsmith cards for rotation, link into Moon. And then we will go Moon effect. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. Chimera effect will send Cyber Dark Worm to grave. And then let's just do our Fiendsmith plays quick. Summon to Requiem effect. Lacrima effect, send Engraver. We'll go Engraver's effect, shuffle back Moon, special summon, and then use these two, go into SP. There you go. And then I will first go... Do we have enough zones? I believe we do. So we'll activate, not that Clockwork Knight, activate this Clockwork Knight's Graveyard effect, discarding, and since we have Fiendsmith in Paradise in hand, we'll discard the Paradise, so that ends up in grave. That's wonderful. And we will search for Therion King Regulus, activate Regulus effect, targeting Clockwork Knight. And then here I'll go our Cyber Dark Worm effect. We'll just send a core because it already used Hertz effect. So special summon itself. And recycle a spell or trap, recycle Cyber Dark Realm. and then we will activate Power Bond, banish Core and Hertz from grave, fusion summon into Chimeric Rampage Dragon. We'll use the other effect. We're obviously going to send Cyber Dragon, Cyber Dragon Nashter. Yeah, Cyber Dragon Nashter and Cyber Yomangada. I just wanted to make sure it's not in my hand. Send those two. And then we will Xyz summon into Cyber Dragon Nova. Cyber Dragon Nova's effect, detach your Chimeric Rampage Dragon, reborn the Nashter effect, reborn Cyber Yomangada. And then Xyz summon into Infinity. Yomangada effect, return Nashter to hand. And then we will get polymerization. There you go. Activate Poly, then we'll use Cyber Dragon, Cyber Yomangada. Fusion summon into Heos Varag. Don't forget the on-summon effect, and this will be our end board. We have Nashter for follow-up. Unfortunately, these three cards, not really ideal, unfortunately. But we have our regular Cyber Dragon end board with Paradise Engraved because we drew into it, fiendsmith cards in rotation, and we have an extra Fenrir, so that is pretty good. Alright guys, let's do another test hand.
Okay guys, so unfortunately while making this video, the audio wasn't recorded, so I will just speak over this section to explain to you what has happened. But this is test hand number 4, so let's go over it. I apologize because there was no sound, my apologies, but let's see. So we're obviously going to shuffle our deck, give it a good shuffle. And then when you're done, your opponent will obviously cut your deck, and now let's draw into our opening hand. Okay, so quite an interesting hand. We have Cyberdark Realm, Fualo's Droll, kashtira Birth, and Cyberdark Claw. So it's unfortunate we have Birth but no kashtira name, and we have the Cyberdark Claw, which will obviously search Cyberdark Realm. So our only play here is obviously the Cyberdark Realm. And if you guys do get rolled here, it's very unfortunate. Obviously, Cyberdark Realm is the one particular combo we use, but then I was also explaining how if you activate Cyberdark Realm and then you get ashed, you can still normal summon your Cyberdark Claw and normal summon your Fualos since it's a dead card in your hand. So you can normal summon your Claw, then normal summon your Fualos, and using those two bodies, it can literally be just your Fiendsmith combo. That's what you can do if your Cyberdark Realm does get stopped. But otherwise, if not, it will obviously just be a regular Cyberdark Realm combo. Otherwise, just showing you guys, you can use those two, go into Moon, and Moon will obviously start your Fiendsmith Requiem leading to your Fiendsmith play. So that is all I can think of that you can do with that hand. You can obviously pass with Droll in your hand. Fualos and Droll do conflict with each other, so you have the option of just not doing anything and you pass for turn, and you can just use Fualos and Droll. But otherwise, guys, let's just do another test hand because that hand was quite self-explanatory. Did not need to show the full combo on that, as you guys may have already know the Cyberdark Realm combo if you guys have seen my previous videos. So let's just do another test hand, quickly power shuffle our deck. Give it a good shuffle. Then obviously you're going to give it to your opponent to cut. Your opponent is cutting your deck for you. Let's draw our first 5 cards. Okay, so this is actually a pretty good hand, guys. Cyber Emergency, and we have Cyberdark Claw as an extender if core gets negated. And then we have 300 Draw, Fualos, and Imperm. So this is really good. So obviously the play here, you're going to use Cyber Emergency. You can just use Cyberdark Claw. Cyberdark Claw is a starter, but rather use the Cyber Emergency to get yourself your Cyber Dragon core to your hand because this is the best combo. and more efficient. You don't have to waste your 2 Chimera Tech Rampage Dragons. So obviously, if you do get drawled, you can simply pass. You have 3 hand traps in your hand. Sure, Fualos and Drawl do conflict with each other, but you're perfectly fine if you get stopped with Drawl, as Drawl really hurts our deck. But otherwise, if you don't, you'll norm summon your core effect. If core gets negated, you can have Cyberdark Claw to search for the very same spell Cyber Dragon Core is going to search for, which is Cyberdark Realm. And obviously, if core doesn't get negated, that is what you are adding to your hand. Then activate Cyberdark Realm. Cyberdark Realm will get you Cyberdark Chimera. Effect of Realm, normal summon your Chimera. Then you'll use Cyber Dragon Core to link summon into your Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight effect on summon, sending Realm as cost. You'll search for your continuous spell, Clockwork Knight. Then you'll use the effect of Cyberdark Chimera, pitching your Clockwork Knight to add Power Bond to your hand. And now here you are locked into dragons and machine cyber monsters as fusion materials for the rest of this turn. Use those two, go into Moon, link into Requiem. Requiem effect, you are going to summon your Lacrima from the deck. Lacrima effect is going to send Engraver to the graveyard. Then you will activate Engraver, shuffling back your Moon. And then you'll use those 2 bodies, link summon into your SP Little Knight. So here I decided you'll activate Clockwork Knight. You can just pitch the Fualos with your dead card in your hand to get your Therion King Regulus to establish a negate on your board before you carry on playing. You'll activate your Regulus. I'll equip the Clockwork Knight to it. Also, I just realized I forgot to use Cyberdark Chimera's effect when it's sent to grave. Please, guys, don't forget that. Use your Cyberdark Chimera's effect. Cyberdark Chimera is supposed to send your Cyberdark Worm. If you don't send it, oh, guys, you are hurting yourself. So once Cyberdark Worm is actually supposed to be in your grave, you'll use its effect. Send Hurts as cost to the graveyard. Cyberdark Worm will special summon itself. And then you can recycle a spell or trap. Just recycle Cyber Emergency instead of Cyberdark Realm, because Cyberdark Realm has already used its purpose. On a new chain, Cyber Dragon Hurts will get you your OG Cyber Dragon to your hand. And then next, you can activate your Power Bond. Using Cyber Dragon Hurts and Core, banish them from your grave, and you will fusion summon into your boy Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. You'll use the other effect of Rampage Dragon. You are going to send Cyber Dragon Nashter and Cyber Jormungandr. Next, you'll use Worm and Rampage Dragon, Xyz summon into Cyber Dragon Nova. Use Nova effect, detaching Rampage, targeting your Nashter. Special summon Nashter. Nashter will reborn Cyber Jormungandr. Now just Xyz summon into Cyber Dragon Infinity. Use Jormungandr effect, return Nashter to your hand as cost. This will add Poly to your hand. And then we can just activate Poly, use Cyber Dragon and Jormungandr to fusion summon into Heroes of Varag, the Mechanical Dawn. And then don't forget the on-summon effect of Heroes of Varag. So here you just end on your regular Cyber Dragon end board. You can set your Imperm, you have Drawl as follow-up, and also in your grave you have your Fiendsmith cards. You have Lacrima as a disruption during your opponent's turn, and Engraver in rotation. So this is a regular end board, and let's hop right into the next test hand. Okay guys, so this is test hand number 5, and again, unfortunately the audio was not recorded, but let's go over it. So in this, you're gonna shuffle your deck, power shuffle as usual. I will just skip ahead to not waste your time. So you're gonna give it to your opponent to cut, then you're gonna draw your opening hand. And now unfortunately, not really a good hand. You have Pressure Planet, Raidsword, and Cyberdark Claw, but you have Clockwork Knight, Birth, and Cyberlord Fusion dead cards in your hand. So there's only 2 ways you can go about this. You can start off with the Pressure Planet Raidsword, that can either search you kashtira unicorn, but also you can search kashtira Fenrir, since you already have birth in your hand. So you can search your Fenrir instead of the unicorn, which, as you can see, I just realized, oh damn, wait, let me search the Fenrir instead. You'll add the Fenrir to your hand, and then you can decide to special summon your Fenrir. I was just thinking, like, if this is the line I want to go through it, how will I get unicorn to the board? But you will eventually see how it's going to be done. So now you can special summon your unicorn effect. This will get, Fenrir effect will get unicorn to your hand. Then let's activate Cyberdark Claw. Cyberdark Claw will search you Cyberdark Realm. Activate Cyberdark Realm. Realm effect will get you Cyberdark Chimera. By the way, guys, don't use your normal summon on the unicorn because there's a way you can bring it from grave. You want to save your normal summons for your Cyber Dragon plays. So you will use this effect of Realm, normal summon your Cyberdark Chimera, link off with Chimera into Clockwork Knight, chain link 1 Chimera, chain link 2 Clockwork Knight, sending the Realm as cost. You're going to search for your Clockwork Knight, your second copy, and you will send to grave Cyberdark Worm. Next, you will use the effect of Cyberdark Worm. As cost, you will send a Cyber Dragon Core to grave. Worm will now special summon itself from grave, and you get to recycle a Cyber Spell or Trap, which will be the Cyberdark Realm. Then you'll use the effect of Clockwork Knight to reborn your Cyberdark Chimera, tributing the Worm. Activate Cyberdark Chimera's effect, pitching Clockwork Knight. This will get you Powerbond, and you're locked for the rest of the turn into dragons and machine cyber monsters as fusion material. Use the Clockwork Knight and Cyberdark Chimera to link summon into not SP. Woo! That's what you would normally do, but we play Fiendsmith, so we go into Moon. Then Moon goes into Requiem. Activate Requiem. Special summon the Lacuma from your deck. Lacuma effect will send Engraver. And then we will use Engraver's effect, shuffling back our Moon as cost. Then we can use these two bodies, go into our SP Little Knight. So you can activate Powerbond here, banishing your core as well as your Cyberdark Worm. And then you can fusion summon into Chimera take Rampage Dragon. You will use the other effect of Rampage Dragon. You are going to send a copy of Hertz and Cyber Dragon Core. And then on a new chain, Hertz effect will trigger, add the core back to your hand. So now you have to normal summon your core because you need a body on the field. Since you already have Cyberlord Fusion in your hand, just search up for follow-up so you can add Cyber Emergency, or if you play any other Cyber Spell or Trap, you're more than welcome to add that to your hand. Activate Cyberlord Fusion, shuffle back your 2 Cyber Dragon cores back into the deck, and then this will bring out our second copy of Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. Then use the effect of Rampage Dragon again. This time you're going to send Cyber Dragon, Nashta, and Cyber Jormungandr. So now here, now that I know about it, don't XC summon yet into Nova. You can rather just activate your Graveyard effect of Clockwork Knight, because as you can see here, I attempt to summon Nashta, but then I just wanted to make sure. So I read Nashta, and on its summon, when you reborn a machine monster from grave, it locks you into machines for the rest of the turn. So you actually need to first activate your Graveyard Clockwork Knight's effect, banishing itself as cost from the grave, and you get to discard a card. And the card you're going to discard is actually our Kashtira Unicorn. That way you get to search for your Therion King Regulus, and you'll see here afterwards you can activate Birth. Use Birth's effect to reborn your unicorn from grave. From then on, XC summon into Cyber Dragon Nova, and then you continue normally. So yeah, activate your Birth, get back your unicorn, then XC summon into Nova, then use Nova's effect to reborn your Nashta before you are machine locked for the rest of the turn. Summon your Nashta effect, reborn Cyber Jormungandr, and then Xyz summon into Cyber Dragon Infinity. And you use Jormungandr effect, return Nashta to hand as cost to get Poly to your hand. Then you can activate Polymerization using Nashta and Cyber Jormungandr, fusion summon into Hero's Varag, the Mechanical Dawn. Don't forget it's on summon effect. And then you can activate regulars, equip your Clockwork Knight, or if you have a Hertz Engrave, but we don't, so we'll just use Clockwork Knight. And then this will be your end board. You have your Fenrir, Unicorn, your normal Cyber Dragon end board. You can activate Clockwork Knight if you want to, and you have your fiendsmith cards in rotation. So this brings us to the end of this video, guys. Let's hop right into the next test hand.
Okay, let's do our last test hand, guys. And then after this, I'll just discuss about my siding patterns for everyone to know if you decide to play well with my deck list or just out of curiosity what I take out. Give it a, oh no, give it a shuffle. Now your opponent knows you're playing for Wallace. Fantastic. Give it to your opponent to cut. They'll cut it for you. And then let's draw for turn. Wow, crazy guys, but this is also really good. Number one, if we were going second, we have for Wallace. We have draw if they draw, well, cross out for draw, sorry. If they draw us, that's a main priority, guys. We don't want draw to go resolving on us because we have Cyber Emergency. If they ash it, fantastic. Then you just follow up with Cyberdark Realm, or if they don't, you add core, normal sum core effect gets negated. That's perfectly fine because you already have Cyberdark Realm, search for Cyberdark Chimera, and then we can just use the crossout designator for any pesky hand trap that can affect us. Obviously, we'll use it on Fualos, but if they change all after that, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, let's see what we can do with this end. So this will be pretty simple. Activate Cyber Emergency. If it gets ashed, just do your Cyberdark Realm combo. But let's say it doesn't. Realm is obviously going to search Cyber Dragon Core. Cyber Dragon Core. Normal sum core effect. If it gets negated, it's fine. You'll already have Cyberdark Realm. If it doesn't, search for Cyber Emergency. And then from here, guys, it's a normal one card combo. You guys have seen this. So I don't really want to waste your time here. You guys know the combo. There you go. You have Fualos for discard now of Clockwork Knight, and you have Crossout to protect you guys. This will be a regular standard Cyber Dragon combo. Okay guys, now let's just talk about my my siding patterns. Sorry, so whenever I side against an opponent, for example, let's talk about going up against Malice. I will always, if we're going second in game 2, I will take out my kashtira package, which is in total 6 cards, and I'll put in 3 Lanciers, 3 Chaos Hunters. That's 6 cards. It's an equal trade, perfectly fine, because there's no point of playing the kashtira package as our focus is on Unicorn to banish a card from the extra deck. Our opponent already set up their board, so you can just take out the kashtira package, put in the Hunters and the Lanciers. Now, let's assume we're going against... Actually, no, before we get there. Let's assume we are going first in game 2 against Malice. So obviously we'll keep the kashtira package. We obviously want to put in Lancia. So what I do is I take out 2 copies of Fualos and 2 copies of Joel. I keep 1 of each as a crossout target, and I will put in the 3 Lanciers along with a Chaos Hunter. This is, I think it's pretty good. You can try put in more Chaos Hunters, like removing a Unicorn if you want. Perfectly fine with you. Or if you want to take out the Fiendsmith Paradise Trap card, you're more than welcome to so that you can play 3 Lanciers and 2 Chaos Hunters. But going first in game 2 against Malice, I'll take out 2 Fualos, 2 Joel, and then put in the 3 Artifact Lancia and the 1 Chaos Hunter. Now let's talk about if we are going up against Raizil Mitsurugi. So the same plan, if we are going second in game 2 against Raizil Mitsurugi, I'll take out the kashtira package, but this time we're going to put in the 3 forbidden droplet, the 2 lightning storm, and the harpies feather duster. You're obviously keeping Fualos and draw, so just ignore this part here. We are just taking out the kashtira package. Now let's assume we are going first against Raizil Mitsurugi in game 2 of deciding. We keep the kashtira cards, and it will be the same plan. Take out 2 Fualos. You want to keep draw because these are really good, but you want to keep 1 Fualos in the main deck for a cross out target. And what I'll do is I'll put in 2 D barrier. So this is what I like to side in. You can take out another unicorn. You can take out the fiendsmith in Paradise Trap card if you want to maximize on your D barriers. You are more than welcome to. But what I like to do is just take out the 2 Fualos, keep 1 for cross out, keep all 3 of your draw in the deck because draw is really good against them. And then I'll put in 2 D barriers. So this format of taking out the kashtira package works the same for every other deck. The cards I know I will always be siding out is the 6 kashtira cards for any one of these sets of sides that I play in my side deck. And self-explanatory, pretty simple. I do like the idea. It makes siding in or siding out very easy for me. And obviously it just depends on your matchup, so what else you want to add in. So guys, this is all I have to explain to you guys. So this will bring us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the test hands. I was showing you the good hands as well as the bad hands and explaining what you can do with each hand, how you're going to play about it if you can play with such a hand. But others guys, I just wanted to do this just to give you an idea, show you like real hands that you could possibly draw into. I must say though, unfortunately, some of these hands were absolutely terrible. Like I haven't seen those hands myself, but it is what it is. It does happen. But others guys, till the next video, Nochinev signing out. Peace.